Using section view, you can see the internal workings of a part or an assembly. In this case, I'm going to use this part and I'll create a section view. Now the section option is here on the heads up toolbar. So you can select it from here. And as soon as you do that, you will get one of the section views that may look like this or even different. We will configure it in a moment, but this is how usually the section view looks like. It will show you the internal part. Now in this case, this section view is created automatically, and what we are getting is the cut out view of this pipe joint along this plane. Now let's understand this clearly, and here we have the section view panel with several of these options. Now the first option here is the name of section view. So we are getting this section view A, and there are two ways you can create section, a planar and a zonal. We will select planar for now and we'll get to zonal in a moment. Now with planar selected, I will select reference plane, and now you can select some of these options. So in this case, I'll select show section cap, keep cap color, and maybe I'll uncheck this graphics only section. Okay, now with these settings, I'll go to section 1. Now section 1 is the first sectioning which happened here. Currently it is creating this section with respect to the front plane. Right now front plane is selected and we are getting a section with respect to that. If you want to change it, then you can do so very easily using these options. You can go to top. Now we are getting this top section and then right section. You can select any of these. If you don't want to select any of these default planes, then you can also go to this plane option and select one of the planes from your drawing. For example, here I'll select this top plane, and now it has selected the face 1, the top plane for the sectioning. Let's not do that. Let's just select the right plane. Okay. After selecting these planes, you can also modify the location. So you can do that using one of the two methods. The first method is this triad. So on this triad, we have the arrow, which you can use to change its location, and the second option is this. So you can rotate this using this triad as well, like this. You can change these values from here as well. So here we have the distance, I'll make it 0, and then we have the angle. So you can just change these angles. I think we should change that to 360. There we are. And this angle, I think we should make it 0. There we are. Now it's perfect. So you can change it from here or here. Now this blue color is because of this. So you can edit color and add any color to this section profile. I'll keep blue color selected. Now if you don't select this keep cap color selected, then the color won't show up on your sectioned area. So I'll recommend that you keep this one checked if you want to see color on the sectioned area. Okay, so that was the first section. Let's go to section 2. And we can do the same thing for the second plane. Now for the second plane, I'll select this front, and there we are. We've got the front plane. I'll just move it out a bit, maybe up to this point right here. So that's the only sectioned area which I want to see. And once again, it automatically selected a color for this, which is green. I'll leave that green color, and I'm not going to change any of these other parameters, and I'll go to section 3. And for section 3, I will select the top plane. There we are. We've got the top plane selected here, and maybe I'll just select, well, this here. Now that's the top plane. So it is creating the section using these 3 views, and you can see the color as well for every single one of these. Okay, so we have created our section view. Now click OK, and here's the section. So it is now creating the section view with respect to 3 different selected planes. Now you can also hide this section view simply by clicking this section option. And once you do that, we are back to our main drawing. So it's not actually modifying your drawing. It's just creating a temporary cutaway view, which you can see simply by clicking here. All right, so that was the first section option. Now let's see the second one. So I'll go to the section view again, and the second option was zonal. When you select zonal, you get more options. Now, what are these options? Well, once again, I will select maybe all the 3 planes, but I'm just going to modify the location of these planes. So this plane is here. I'll just keep this location where it is. For the second plane, I'll just click on front plane here. And this one, I will move it back a little bit, maybe up to this point. And then the third one, top plane, this one I'll certainly move down up to this point. There we are. So we have got this. Now you'll notice that it is creating section here, of course, but it's not creating section entirely. It is creating section only in this area. So actually it is creating section in one of the 8 zones which we now have. Now currently the zones are not clearly visible. So in order to show the zones, I'll just scroll it up, and here you can see the zone option. Just click on this and automatically it will show you the zone. Now these are 8 zones. So we have this blue box, that's the first zone which is selected, then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and there we are. We have got the 8 zones here. You can select the number of zones which you want to see. So in this case, that's the only zone selected. Maybe let's select this zone too. And now the section view will be created using these 2 zones. If you want even more zones, then just click here and more zones are now selected. So in this case, I will keep 3 zones selected. So first, second, third, these are the 3 zones that I'm going to keep, and click OK. And here we have the section view using 3 different zones. So that's a different kind of sectioning view. And here, instead of using simple planes, you can also use zones, and you can create this kind of complicated section view very easily. Once again, this is a temporary feature. It's not modifying your drawing in any way. You can hide it simply by clicking this section view option just here.